Hey, how's it going? It's Grant with the Garden of Eater. Sorry for the late start. Had an issue with the cord for the Shure mic. We're gonna have to order in one of the ones that comes straight from the company or something like that. But we have the backup DJI mic, so I'm not sure how I sound tonight, or if you can hear all the bubbles or not. So somebody let me know how it sounds. But welcome everybody. Tonight's stream we'll be going through and uh, feeding a couple of the tanks and then live streaming, and I will talk about the individual colony, answer questions, all of that fun stuff, and go over a couple of things that have been going on this week. So how's it going, MFG, Jesse, Just One More Fish, Davo, Saya, Zach, Sleeper Barbecue, Grills to Gills, how you doing? Noel, and then James, how you doing? Toot Dog, how's everyone doing tonight? All right, what will the shrimp cam show tonight? It will be whatever colonies Shelby choose from. We've got quite a few tanks where the glass is completely recently cleaned off, and the tanks have been water changed. So the rack right behind me, I'm not sure if you'll be, yeah, Shelby's right there. But she'll be feeding some of those tanks and then setting up the tripod. So none of the tanks that are up really high, but we do got a good amount of tanks that we could kind of bounce around and talk about tonight. So how's it going, Turner Family Aquatics, Sketty Nona, Jonathan G, Richard Reynolds, Bugsy, welcome, Laura, Christy, Night Owl Aquatics, Mississippi Hippie, Fuzzy Trees, CR Fish, getting ready for the week. It was a long and busy shipping day. We got out as many orders as we possibly could. How's it going, Chevy Fish? It wasn't as many orders as we wanted to get out, but there is a lot of stuff in the individual orders. Sent Scotty's box out. We remember to ship your awards out with it. I'm going to get to Tim, Crypt Keepers, and Jesse and Justin, One More Fish, all of those packages tomorrow. Or I think maybe Tim, we're holding out. It's really cold where Tim lives. I know you don't use heaters in your tanks, but have you set one up in the off breeding season to see how they do? We have the Sulawesi tanks that have the heaters, and there's been Neos in there. And I think just because they get more care and attention, especially with the rabbit snails getting like the extra calcium from Crayfish Empire and stuff like that, they tend to do fairly well. But I have tanks that I kind of baby, like the green emerald tanks and whatnot, that don't have heaters at all throughout the year, and they do just as well. The green Rillies, the blue diamonds that I have that aren't in heaters, they do fine, because our house never really drops below 70. There's no reason for it. Um, and then I've just never wanted to waste any of it, and I don't really have an off breeding season. The house is like in full gear right now. Everywhere there is babies. So we got the first tank ready to join us tonight. I know this one was requested by somebody. I haven't seen them in chat yet, but these are the Hummels. It's really laggy on my side, so somebody please let me know how the mic quality sounds and how the shrimp quality feed is coming in, because it looks atrocious on my side. I can only just tell you that these are the Hummels. They're a wild type shrimp from Hong Kong. They produce very different phenotypes. Some are purple, some are blue, some are clear with light blue, kind of translucent. Some of them are white stripes. Some of them have arrows on the heads. They're a really cool one. How's it going, Johnny Best? Welcome. We got Johnny Best coming in with the $5 super sticker. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing well this holiday season. We got In My Tanks with the mic is good. Shrimp feed is blurry. All right. So, but the sound is good, mic is good. Maybe we can adjust. It's looking a little better. I mean, before it was like just really, really laggy. And also the problem is if Shelby isn't there to adjust it, especially these shrimp. We've talked about how like the raccoons and the stardust, because they're available for sale, that they are aggressive with the food, like mini Omano shrimp, right? And I think the Hummels, they act the same way. All right, mic is good. Video on the shrimp is bad. Hopefully that's better. It's looking better, a lot better on my end. And yes, W's in the chat for Johnny Best. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. What's up, Fish Capades? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. We got some Hummel shrimp on the screen. Hopefully they're coming in a little bit more clear. SC Cataluas, how you doing? All right, the camera needs to be a focus. Hopefully that's coming in. It looks all right. It looks good now. All right, cool, cool. I got to get caught up on chat. I feel like I'm right there. Yeah, now it looks blurry again for me. I saw a bunch of movement. Maybe it's like autofocus on the shrimp. Shelby, are you there? I don't know where she's at. I think she's feeding a bunch of tanks, getting a bunch of different things ready so we can kind of move it around and bounce it around. So, all right, we are caught up. So, anybody have any questions or anything like that? Thrown off a little bit tonight, right after dinner. We were playing volleyball with the kids and decided to take a break. The kids wanted to play. We got some Mercy Uno, and I was like, all right, let's get to the table. And Shelby's like, we got a bad review. And I was like, all right, what's going on? Let's take care of this. And the person's like, I try to reach out, and if you don't reach back by midnight, I'm going to take legal action. And it's been like less than an hour before we got back to them and responded to them. And the tracking that we have for their package says it was delivered. It says it's delivered on their end, and they can't find it. And they think that we're a scam operation or something like that, and that we have all these fake reviews. And I'm like, I assure you, we don't leave any of our own reviews at all, and that it is quite impossible to get UPS to track a package in the system to your house with your address and said it delivered without actually sending a package. I mean, maybe there's a way to do it, but I am not that smart to figure that out on the computer. So I don't know if hopefully the person finds their package. The Bloomfield sent us a box of shrimp food, and a guy 2 streets down got the box and then delivered it that night. And I thought it was like, sometimes Amazon or UPS, they have like the private delivery people that help out, and they go on and use their own vehicles. And so I was like, oh, thank you. And I was like, you want a bag of candy? And they're like, no, the box, I don't work for the USPS. They delivered to my house. And I was like, oh, where do you live? Like, I've never seen your car, or I don't know, like 2 streets over. And I'm like, oh man. And it was a lot of shrimp food. Like, if you can imagine, we restocked after Black Friday sales. So very, very lucky that person returned the box. So this time of the year, the post office does their best. Sometimes the people get sick, you get substitutes. Sometimes boxes get marked delivered and they're not actually like delivered yet. It's hopefully it shows up, but for them to say that all of our reviews are fake, it's a bummer. And they found one of our videos to comment on from last year's Thanksgiving. Of course, I called them up and kids in the background, and I'm like, you hear it's a family operation. And yeah, maybe they had a porch pirate, but they swear that they have ring camera. So I think it's a similar thing that happened with the Bloomfields package where it got delivered to the wrong location, and it's a mailman error. And hopefully the box gets back to you, because I don't know many people like on random that are going to get a box of shrimp and go, oh, let's deep dive into all this research. More than likely they're going to open it up, even if you're like, oh, that kind of person, and be like, oh, it's here, I might as well just keep it. That's a horrible mentality. You should always deliver it back. But you find out it's shrimp, you could just be like, I accidentally opened it, I didn't realize it was delivered to the wrong place, sorry, got excited for a box, opened it up, realized this is not for me, and brings it back. Just running scenarios out there. But we've got a giveaway to do tonight. Let's do this. Let's see if we can do the Fish Fam link. Fish. Got to type right. Chubby's keyboard is different than mine. Always throws me off. Sign in. Welcome, welcome. All right. So, joining us tonight, the one, the only,
Stop.
Shelby K. All right. So we've got giveaway. Create a giveaway. Did we do it in time? Definitely not. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so we go back this way. I muted us, maybe? Are we good? All right, sorry. Choose live stream. Let's do hashtag TGOE. Start collecting. All right, so share screen. Boom. So we got shrimp, you got Shelby, you got hashtag TGOE to get in on this $25 gift card. We've been doing a bunch of different giveaways, but we do this every December, the first Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We start doing the giveaways right away usually. It took us a second to get set up here and going. So sorry about that. We'll be more fluid in the future, I'm sure. What?
Like we haven't done this for years.
I mean, not this whole entire situation. I retired from UPS. You have no idea. My one of my best friends worked for USPS, and he thought it was crazy that I'm shipping boxes out, because he's like, you understand? Like every morning, I start off by taking all of my boxes and sliding them, throwing them as far down the floor as I can to my truck from where I'm at. And your shrimp are doing that, and everyone's doing it, and it's just like, hey man, I pack with little crumple zones, and we have less than 1% DOA, and less than that on boxes that end up missing. So
Did you already read this one?
no.
You think they'd have a picture of the wrong house or where it was placed? Yeah, we didn't see any photos update yet. Those usually take a little bit of time. USPS is really good on it.
USPS
like
doesn't do that. Yeah. But
hello, Chevy Fish,
you
Johnny.
Certainly talk to your mailman about that.
Yeah, hopefully they do find the package. Yeah, it's it's not a problem. It was the way the person went about it. It's not a problem going, hey, it says it's delivered and it's not here. Can we, help me out? Let me see what we need to do. But it was instantly attack on all like social, and a video from like last Thanksgiving. And it's like, if you like, we have several that we just posted today, like you can clearly tell we're active. We're not people that are not answering emails. Like, we're going to answer you. We just didn't see it. And we have children, we have to eat dinner, we're playing with them outside, and then have to get ready for this. So it was not a problem to contact us and say something's wrong. It's just the way they went about it. Like it was almost like a scam. You know how like people do that right away and they're just like, "Oh, I didn't get it. Refund my money." Like that's just like what it's feeling like because no one normally reacts to this situation like that. Usually they go, "Hey, I can't find my package." And then we would tell you like, "Hey, talk to your post office, your mailman,
We
your local post office, see if it got redelivered to someone else." He has a house number on it, so or like an apartment number, so maybe it just got delivered to the wrong apartment or to the front desk or something. Like it's not normal for you to go, "I'm going to contact my lawyers" within like an hour after it was said that it was delivered. So that's really sketchy.
and we've had like two or three. Definitely has happened twice now where somebody has claimed that the box didn't arrive there and that they wanted a reshipment and all this other stuff. And I said, listen, the box says it was delivered on your end, on my end, it's not there. If you file a police report, I'll be more than happy to resend the box out. We'll work something out usually where they just pay shipping and I resend all the shrimp or whatever their order was back for them. And every single time I've asked for a police report, they found the box within 5 minutes of me suggesting a police report. So it might be one of those situations. You don't want to assume the worst in people, but it was just nasty how they
Wow.
came at us.
Oh, it's the connection. Look at my phone. Look at the way that like the
Well,
shrimp
no,
looks
see,
like
it
techno.
was doing that last night or the other night, and it looked good on their end.
Yeah.
Before it was like it was really laggy and jumping
Yeah.
around. So
I
now
think
it's
that's what the
better, but
problem is.
I also think the shrimp keep
Or
moving
so
and it's
close
not
to it now.
staying in
Focusing.
focus.
Yeah.
So one of us needs to regularly manage it.
I will. I want to put fancy shrimp with my newts again to cause people stress. Yeah, that would stress me out. Can we get an update on your friend Eddie's shrimp room?
Eddie's shrimp room is
That's crazy that you know that.
is no
Been a
more.
while. Oh, so
Um,
sad. Let's do an update video. It's gone.
I think all of the aquariums are now in the possession of LRB. He has gotten out of the hobby completely. I think he's got some ponds and some aquatic plants or something like that left in the back, but he's got no time for it. His significant other made it impossible for him to continue his hobby. And if you guys didn't see my interview with Zon Aquatics, I can't remember when I did that on Tuesday last week. Go into a bunch of different details about how we got started, how we got here today, and where we're planning on going and stuff like that. And I talked about how important it is if you want to do this for a living and you want to make profit and you want to support your family. It goes both ways. You need the support, and like I couldn't give Shelby enough credit for her taking on extra jobs, for working extra hours. This is the worst time of the year, also for sales. Like we get half the amount of sales that we get during January, December, February, than we get out of any other months of the year. It's about half. A lot of people up north are worried about orders and stuff like that. And when your income is half as much, you got to make up for it. And Shelby has always done that. Even now, like she's working as much as she can, taking as many photos, doing as many videos, whatever she can for Pisces when she has time for it. And it's that support. Having the kids helping us out with the baby, helping us out at shows, helping us out with travel, making sacrifices and stuff like that. So Eddie didn't have that support. He had the passion, he had the knowledge, he had support from me. But it got to a point where she was so unbearable, I didn't want to go over there and spend any time with her. So he didn't have that support from me if she was home. So we were like literally planning like, hey dude, she's not home for an hour. If you got time, come by and hang out and look at my tanks and give me some tips on what I should do and da 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 da. But like 30 minutes in and out because I didn't want to be there when she got home. There's not enough time to film and update and stuff like that. So sadly, Eddie is no longer in current position of a fish room, shrimp room, or anything like that.
They all heard me just struggle to get up off the ground.
All right.
I forgot the mic was on.
So this next tank is a little hard for me to see, but I'm going to assume those are the Super Tigers because I see a yellow tail up in the air. All right. So these are
Normal tiger?
no Super Tigers. These are another wild type shrimp. They are Caridina Marie. So unlike the Hummel shrimp can't crossbreed. These ones we can crossbreed. I've got 3 tanks of these going. This is like the only real good breeding tank. I need to feed more. I need to do more water changes to get these guys really pumped out. One of my goals last year was to get these reproducing and get them to where I can start selling them and whatnot again. I see a bunch of babies swimming around even in my crappy clarity view. So I'm not sure if I could let any of these go possibly or not. I definitely want to make sure that the other 2 tanks have a nice, decent population before I let any of these go again. But I found with these and the Hummel shrimp that rather than feeding them one big meal and not even a big meal, but like one regular meal every other day, like we feed the rest of the shrimp, these guys I feed a half a meal every single day, and that got their breeding to go up. But again, without the water changes, these guys haven't nearly produced as much as they should have. Since Benny's been here, they got 2 water changes. We've got even more issues with the water pressure. I think at this point, I might just do like a sit down video where I talk about water pressure and how important it is and the issues that we've struggled with over the year. It might be something that plays into one of the update videos, but like Jaden's room has gotten the least amount of water changes throughout the entire year. It's maybe done once or twice, which is not up to my standards whatsoever, right? I think it got done when Diana Wallstead came and before Benny came, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the only 2 times I was able to get to his room. And the breeding in there, I've used the tanks and I've marked them up much worse than these ones are behind us. And it has showed like the amount of burieds have gone down. I got burieds in certain times, and it's definitely in correlation to when Diana was here and when Benny was here. And now that I'm doing and taking and maintaining everything again, we're going to start seeing all of the tanks get pregnant with just one simple water change as we have throughout the rest of the house. So that's been something that this tank has kind of suffered with the amount of babies that we got last year compared to this year.
I really got to fix on how we can see it bigger because it's so nice. Like, did that work?
But we're gone. Are we muted? It doesn't show us muted down there.
Oinky said, can't tell how happy I was to see that I am bored in the video. Thrilled I could help my friends with the adorable shrimp buffets to come. Excited to see the shrimp feeding series. Yes, thank you so much. If you haven't checked out, we are starting a new series on our YouTube shorts on the Shrimp Chef series, where we cut up different types of food and make little meals for the shrimp and feed it to them. And Oinky is a big part of that with the cutting board and just like perfect timing with it. And it's so cute and really appreciate that, Oinky.
And bear with us with some of the video. It might be a little shaky. It might be a little off. Layla is helping me with this entire series. So she's going and filming some of where I drop the food in. She's not using a knife or anything like that. Eventually she will be allowed to use the knife, but right now I'm not risking that with my little girl. So I will throw me off here.
Sorry.
So I will go ahead and
Where's your phone?
teach her as much as I can. And I told her, what am I doing?
Just giving it to me.
Oh, I didn't know what you wanted.
It's
I told her I'm building the empire for her, and one day I'll give her the keys and she'll take over that entire series. But For now, we're just doing some single food ingredients because people always ask us, what can you feed your shrimp from the grocery store? And I always recommend what the shrimp are feeding right now is the Shrimp Envy, but they don't sell that at the grocery store, right? So when we do our talks and for when people ask us like what's the best food, I've got, you know, some representation in videos. We're gonna go ahead and rate them. I think the dragon fruit was very run of the middle, like a 7.3 is a good score for it. They ate all of it within the 2 hours. So I think in order to get a 7 or above, that it needs to be one of the requirements is they can eat a portion. The cube size portion is what I'm going to try and feed everything. And it's got to be well devoured. Like some things I might not give them like points off if they eat most of it. Like they didn't eat all the seeds for the dragon fruit. I left them in there. I think it'd be cool if we got some little sprouts of the dragon fruits to start those. Get some little cactus and grow our own. It's not that good. If you ask me, I'd much rather have kiwis than dragon fruit. But we've had our first fail. We've had one that was definitely not as good as dragon fruit. We've got a couple other things that we want to go through and try. I think one of the things we could try tonight, Shelby, if you want to just do it, because I need to redo it anyway, so it's got to get eaten. So if you want to go grab that, and we'll drop it into one of the tanks, and we'll see how it does.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're gonna.
It's in
go
the
do
freezer.
that. You can go do that.
All right, I'll be back. Shelby, talk about the shrimp.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix this. A StreamYard updated, so it's a little bit harder to. I just want to put us real small in the corner, and it just doesn't want to let me. I can't with this. Don't know. I don't understand. Jealous is the green wall in that shrimp tank. Yeah, that one's actually really pretty. Yeah, I thought the same thing with them picking a video from a year ago. That's real strange. Thank you. See ya. Back from the tank. Yeah, sorry. It's like you have to have it close to the tank for some of them that are a little further away, and then it fell onto the tank. So.
All right, pull me back up.
I don't know how. Oh.
Yeah. All right. So we've had.
Not winning with it.
We've got Zach, who's making us a little mini set so I can like cook and make like other little tiny foods and whatnot. But I didn't ask Zach for a mini blender, so I decided to make something. Killing me, Holmes.
Sorry.
I decided to make something out of the blender, and it is some sherbet. So I don't know if I can trust like the portion to be right for ice cream to make some ice cream yet, but for sure I will make ice cream and see how the shrimp like it. But I have some sherbet. So Shelby, go when we're done with the Super Tigers. I think we should be done now and go try a tank with the sherbet.
Okay.
And you'll have to place it, and I want it filmed from the very get-go of you placing it in. I want to see it drop. Let the beat drop.
You're annoying.
Or in this
You're honestly
Mandarin.
annoying.
So I want everybody to be clear, though. After 2 hours, we take out whatever food has not been eaten. We definitely found something that you should not feed your shrimp ever. This is also something when we release this, it'll be something that we don't.
And don't eat it yourself.
Yeah, we don't recommend you eat yourself because I looked it up and 100% it should have been ripe. It was squishy like it was ripe. What? And the top came off as if it was ripe. It peeled as if it was ripe.
Yeah.
And if it lasted any longer, I feel like it would have started like molding and going foul. So maybe it was too ripe, and that could be a problem too.
Ah,
Because we've had it for weeks. You're still at the Super Tigers?
I'm still trying to figure out which tank to put it in.
Oh, okay.
This is a you job. I
It's
don't
a
know
me
why you're
job.
making me do it.
All right. Then you come back. It's a me job. Me. This is the phone?
Forget. Yeah, that's the phone for you to record it. You said you were recording it.
No.
You have to record it for the video.
No, not this one. This is I didn't record me making it. I need to get rid of it. Where is it? I
On the
gave
tank over there somewhere.
what tank?
I don't know. Good
All right.
luck.
Oh, you already fed all the tanks, huh?
Welcome in, Big Steve. Some of
Okay.
them.
I'm
Some of the
gonna
more important ones that I was actually going to show. I don't know who's getting out of the hobby. I don't know who said that. Oh, thank you, Chevy. Zach said, thank goodness I have Laura as a supportive wife. I wouldn't be able to scale I'm at without her. Yeah. All you need is, they don't even necessarily need to work and do anything and help you. It's just the fact that they need to be supportive. And that was the main thing about her. She was never supportive of anything. She's a tornado. Yeah, support is a paramount. The struggle is real trouble. Yeah, the funnier thing is,
All right,
I'm
pull it
mic'd
off.
up now. Okay. I'm mic'd up, so like I keep forgetting that I have it, and mind me being a mess too. I'm very exhausted. But it's the fact that I keep forgetting this is on, so you can hear me wherever I go now. Yes, she left, which is good. He was never going to get. Some people just get in that toxic relationship and never leave. So I'm glad she left him, but I wish he would have just realized that he could be without her and he didn't need her. I don't know what it was about her, but
All right, you ready?
hold on. Is it in focus? Ready?
I think so.
Hold on. Yeah.
All right. Dropping the sherbert in. 3, 2, 1. Oh.
I thought that was gonna go gracefully down. That was like a bomb.
It's spewing, mate.
Yeah. Oh.
Crikey,
good
there it
bomb.
goes. No. We might need to do an instant water change. Hold on.
Oh goodness. At least I sunk back down. That was probably not the one we should show everybody. Oh man.
They're eating it.
Yeah.
All right. Mike is muted.
Your mic was muted
Yeah.
that whole time. That's so funny.
Oh, the mic on the thing was muted, not me.
Oh. Goodness.
Yeah. All right. 2 hours on the clock. Let's see if the pulp is gone or not.
Oh, it sucks you have to argue with people, Oinky. Grant, are all tiger caridina shrimps? What? I'm sorry. Man, my brain doesn't want to work on what you were trying to ask.
All right. Stepping in. Where is it?
Here.
Grant, are all tiger caridina shrimp?
I'm glad you struggled.
I'm sorry, Johnny. We're gonna need pull it up. We're gonna have to pull it up.
Welcome, Monster Fish Gal.
We need to.
Oh, you wanted me to pull up the
yes. Are what? Hold on. Here we go.
Okay. Tolerate hard water and soft water.
Yes. But you need to be aware that fancy tigers are not tiger shrimp. They are hybrids. So it's very confusing when you label something like that should be like all the other tigers, but it's not. So you have to take it with a grain of salt that fancy tigers are not normal tigers.
I mean, at least they're eating it. No one in here ate. Nano said, "Are you wearing the portions or just eyeballing the size?"
Dang, I didn't think about weighing the portions. But hold on. I'm just going to eyeball it because I'm not even going to be using the same colony of shrimp. And the
Yeah.
colony of shrimp also is going to be different. No, even if it's the same colony, sometimes they're going to be juvenile, sometimes they're going to be babies, sometimes it's going to be. I'm just going to eyeball it, and I'm going to pick the tank. Like that night, basically, when I make the dish, I'm gonna walk around and be like, "Who's been good this week?" and then feed them the dish.
Like you said, I can attest to having no support or downright cruelty about even the simple beta in my 5-gallon. My ex said he'd break the tank, cut the head off the beta, and leave it on the body on my pillow. Yeah, that was a for sure sign right there to have an ex. Because like cross them off the list. That person's terrible, regardless. I don't care if he's the richest person in the world. Cut him off.
Hashtag
rule.
TGOE.
Yeah, they
we need to draw that. We
Kiwis
should
are
have
really
done
good.
that 6
Oh.
minutes ago.
Wow, you slacking.
I'm sorry.
What are we doing?
Drawing the TGOE.
I'm sorry.
Oh, did the camera angle move, or was the black board always in the way? Or it wasn't because it was side by
It was
side.
like
You
that.
couldn't see it.
No, that's how it was like.
Okay.
All right, refreshing. Oh, you don't do that on this one. What was it?
No.
What was
Hashtag
it?
TGOE. Now everybody has to start
No,
all
it
over.
doesn't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah. There's no way there was
No.
only 7 entries, Shelby. There's way
I'm
more.
so sorry.
Yes. Everybody has to hashtag TGOE all over.
That's so dumb.
We're going to use the
Why would
same
they do that?
hashtag now, and we're going to draw twice.
Oh,
This
my
will be
goodness.
for two
I'm so
$25
sorry.
gift cards, and we'll draw at the top of the hour. Please, everybody, re-enter hashtag TGOE.
Technology
I'm
failing
working with a new employee, and she hasn't learned yet. You missed one live stream.
Streaming software.
You told me last
Yeah.
week how easy it was, and it was not easy to redo.
We use StreamYard. DSP is that other one, right?
No, I've never heard of DSP.
What's the other one?
I can't remember.
Exactly.
It's not DSP
It
though.
is.
No.
Grant said, "Beam me up. I'm back from the freezer." Welcome in, Garcia. My crystal reds go crazy. Oh, let's take this down. After canned green beans, but I don't know if sea salt is good for them. No, I would definitely do it without salt. Any no sodium in those.
OBS.
I don't think that OBS. That's what it is.
Not
Now
DPS.
No, I don't know what that is though.
At least the shrimp look like they're doing all right.
If you're gonna move it, I'm gonna need to take it off screen.
No, I was just getting the black thing out of the view.
Oh. Yeah, green beans are like the best. If you've seen my tour video of Greg Sage's fish room, green beans is like his like secret to plecos. So I 100% agree on green beans. Yeah, that was a fail, but it was cute. There's a lot of easy foods from the grocery store that are simple. We have one that I just cooked for dinner last night, and I saved one for Grant so he could do a video. So there's just a bunch. I could have made you a blender. You gotta figure it out. That's crazy. I'm very excited for the cookware. Can't wait.
All right, so this tank
Tested
is
and shrimp approved.
a pure black line tank. If anybody was curious, this is crystal black shrimp that only produce black and whites.
Mine are gonna be upset and stuff because they don't get no sherbet. Someone commented on our video and said dragon fruit is too expensive where they're from, so their shrimps won't be getting it. And I was like, oh, that's so sad. It's so relatable, though. They are expensive. We were going to use most of this stuff is something we're going to use or like put in a smoothie or test out for our first time. One thing's for sure, the thing Grant poisoned with me the other day forced me to eat this fruit. Absolutely will never recommend it to anyone in the world. And I know there's another fruit. I can't remember if it's the banana or the ice cream fruit, but one of them, I'm pretty sure it's the banana fruit.
The durian, the monstera.
I think it's the monstera, and it's like you
Delicioso.
peel it off, and if it's not ripe or not ready to eat, it's like pine or needles going through your like throat and everything. It can cause some issues. So like,
listen,
I should have looked it up before he forced it.
I also did my own research.
Yeah,
and I figured it was ripe and ready to eat. If all these other people are eating it, I looked up how to cut it. I cut it all nice. Everything went well. But even the shrimp were like, this stuff, no. This is something wrong here. So the shrimp that are eating the sherbet right now did not like the fruit that we dropped in there. But there's like several times where you just don't have like the energy and whatnot to go and cut up a bunch of fruit and eat healthy. So this is like another excuse for me to chop up a bunch of fruit for the kids and myself and Shelby and start eating a little bit healthier. So
the first one we're gonna pull now.
No, we're gonna do both of them at the top of the hour to make sure we'll double pull it.
All right. Said, oh no, please tell me that tofu blocks are out for shrimp. I'm looking forward to sharing a meal with them. I don't know if we'll ever do tofu because I'm not eating. I mean, I don't want to waste it.
Listen, eventually we will have donation and request kind of situations where we are going to do recommendations, and it'll be Oinky, and it'll say tofu, please, and I'll go slap it down on the cutting board, and I'll be like, well, it's your cutting board. I have to do the tofu. Yours, of course, will not need recommendations, but I'm going to need you to comment on one of the other videos so I can pull that clip or something. I don't know how people do that.
I only know how to do it from TikTok. You respond. What you do is respond to a comment, and you can record.
Okay.
So then it's up in the corner. But I could also clip it, remove background, and put it on the video. So there's two ways I can do it.
And so we have a great Asian Mart. Also, we have I'll just take a piece of tofu home from the hot pot. They won't say anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll be like, one piece of tofu, please, for my shrimp, and they'll be happy to do it.
Zach said, I got a mini wok in the works. Oh.
Yeah,
it's gonna be so cute.
I'm so excited. I already told Shelby I'm gonna have to get one of those like mini ovens also. If you can make me a mini oven too that runs off of those little candles, little white candles, the emergency ones, or I don't know what they're called, but yeah, that's my plan, is to get one of those little ovens so I can either cook on a flat top on top of it or put it inside and cook it like an oven for certain things. So
in my tank said, my toxic relationship is me plus Killi's fish. I don't have space to breed without risking mixing up fry. I get that. All fish are toxic relationships. You gotta have more and more and more.
And I also got a notebook that is just for live streams now to stay on top of giveaways and everything like that. Another thing I want to talk about before I forget, we have not done enough for our members, and we're aware of that. So the next live stream, we're going to make a wheel with all of our current members. So if your
this is all new to me.
Members isn't if your members isn't up to date, and it might not be a wheel, it might be a box that Layla writes everybody's names on. I don't know what's gonna happen, right? She just said easy wheel. That's what's gonna happen. Shelby's doing it. So we will be doing a members only giveaway with next week's giveaways too. So if you are one of our beloved members, please watch next week. It is an idea that I just got today. I did talk with Shelby about it, so she's like, it's not out of nowhere. She's aware. She just didn't know that I was going to do it on a wheel. But yeah, that's something we want to start doing more regularly, at least once a month. Spin the wheel. Maybe we'll do it the third week of every month or something like that, and we'll give out special stuff just for our members. To help give back to you guys.
It was a firework. It was a firework for them. I wonder if they felt like it was like, oh, it's like raining on them. You know, like it's obviously it's like something crazy for them. But Monster Fish Girl said, "Is it okay if I post my grandbaby's registry? Always, we are family oriented. That means you're all family, and we always support that. It is never a problem to share." If it's your channel, your videos, your registry, your family, we are always supportive of everyone in the Fish fam. It did float, Grant. What a missile! It was a nuclear blast. I wish we're gonna have to like clip it, and it's just like slow. It's like woo woo. It's like a cloud.
Well,
it was so cool.
I'll definitely have to do it again, and maybe in the future I have to figure out a way to get it to stay down a little bit better. But if anybody, I don't know if I talked about what was in it. It is just frozen mandarin, basically. Those cuties, the oranges that don't have seeds in them, that are really easy for the kids to peel on their own. This is one of the reasons why I like doing these little crafty things. Is me and Layla have been looking at all these different cooking videos. We came across one that was single ingredient sherbet, and the guy used cuties, and I was like, you know what? You guys always eat the cuties, but I think that they go bad pretty quickly. So I always end up throwing away a couple of them. So now if Shelby and the kids eat a couple of them, and then after 4 days or whatever, I turn the rest of them into a sherbet, then nothing goes to waste. And we're really against any food going to waste. We don't eat a lot of leftovers. We try to make it like perfect portions, and me and Jaden will pretty much eat everything at this point that's left over, or it goes to Shrimp, our dog, right? So we're real big on not wasting any food or anything like that. So if I can find a way to buy a food that the kids enjoy and preserve it, I'm all for it. But at the same time, I was like, I'm gonna make a little portion for the shrimp, and then maybe what we do is, because we have a baby bullet, I was like, maybe I make just a little one for the video out of the baby bullet. So I put one of the mandarins aside to make it in the future, but I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board. Maybe that was a one and done for the live stream. But I don't know what Shelby did with it. She's moving it to a new spot. Yeah, it's gone. But we will go back to that at the end of the live stream, and I will give it our full rating. Again, the dragon fruit got a 7.3. The shrimp looked like they were all grazing on it. When Shelby comes back, maybe I'll go over there in a little bit and take another gander at it and give another quick update. Since we do have the mics on tonight, we can kind of travel around the whole house. I don't recognize this girl. What are you talking about? All right. You don't always get a video of Volcano. You get a video of Volcano. All right, now we've got, I can't tell what these are yet. They look like orange-eyed royal blue tigers and normal tigers in that tank as well. You're up there. Oh, wow. I can't believe she's on the fourth row? Fourth row. Wow. I didn't think a tripod could get that high. Yes. I don't know how good in view it is for them. Why don't you get into the terrestrial isopods there, basically land shrimp? So we had up to 19 different varieties, or at least 19 tubs of isopods at one point, and they just became too much work. before and after every single show. They needed some type of maintenance, and we travel so much, and we were having crashes pretty much every single week that we left the house and came back and weren't able to take care of them. So rather than continue to have issues with these cultures and have another thing to worry about with the baby coming, especially. But I think we got these um, gone the well before Myra was born. So uh, it's just we've had them before. They're great. It's just not something we have time for when we want more aquariums and more ponds and to do more aquatic things. I'm trying to do like Daphnia and brine shrimp, and I've got 2 colonies now going of the Darrow worms. So it's just those are a lot better, in my opinion, than the land isopods. Maybe bring it up on this phone to see if it's working or not.
I mean, I can see it here.
Okay.
It's a little out of focus.
I think it
was
looks better though
bringing
in
up
their view.
Matt's comment because I thought it was so funny because one time we walked into a gas station that's like that was right next to our house, and the attendant goes, "Who's this girl? Well, you were with a girl last time," and I mean, I about lost it because I'm like, we were only like a year into our relationship. No, it had been like 3. And I was like, "Who's the other girl?" And the guy just started laughing so hard. Like he was clearly messing with us, but I thought it was the funniest thing. And like 10 years later, I was like, "Grant, who was that other girl?"
And I'm so mad because it's not even a store that I like go to. Like I want to go to, and like it's not somewhere you bring a girl to either. Like not that one. Like you definitely go to Racetrack down the road. Like you know what I mean? Try to catch up on to the chat. Hashtag TGOE. We are 8 minutes away from pulling 2 $25 gift cards. All right. Keeps us accountable for still being here. There's a lot of people that entered. All right. So, all right. Figured out what DSP stands for. Dead shrimp powder. All right. So, yeah. I haven't actually seen this stuff even advertised in a while. It's actually something I wanted to talk to Benny Tay about, and I never got to. Man, am I double mic'd up? Are you hearing me? They're probably synced. But the name itself throws you off, right? Dead shrimp powder. I don't want dead shrimp powder. I want live shrimp powder or something like that. If it was from a marketing standpoint in my mind, right? But early on in my shrimp keeping hobby, I went down every single route. I tried out every single brand, method, style, way you could keep shrimp. I paid high end. Like there was this one product called Shrimp Daddy or Shrimpy Daddy, or I can't remember what it was. But this product was like, I was spending $34 a week in product or something like that for only like 20 tanks. And it was tedious. Like I was dosing several different things a day or something like that. And I thought for sure, like I was going to get so much more return on my shrimp. And in the end, like the tank that I was just doing basic salty shrimp for did just as well. And it wasn't just with the expensive stuff. It was just every single powder or bacteria or anything that I tried. I didn't really get any more out of it. And I was spending way more money in my tank. So it came around when I was already like, if it ain't fixed or if it ain't broken, why fix it? And I never bothered trying it Nobody ever reached out to me and was like, Grant, you've got to have this. It's going to change your life. Like I've had people message me or send me stuff before, and it was like that. So that dead shrimp powder to me just always seemed like a snake oil kind of gimmicky marketing kind of thing. Like it's just powdered bacteria that other people have that sell, or I don't know what exactly it is, but I think if you're feeding your shrimp some shrimp envy or something like that, that they'll do just as good without it, in my opinion. As long as you do your water changes, you set up your tank the right way with the right parameters, the right soil, the right filter, you don't need all these fancy gimmicks and powders and stuff like that. Some good shrimp envy shrimp food. Mix up some stuff from the grocery store, keep it fun and keep your interest, and don't burn out in your shrimp keeping. And that's probably the best thing you can do. All right, 4 more minutes. Hashtag TGOE. We've got lots of entries here. We will probably do pineapple, but like honestly, I kind of want to try like the pink pineapple or one of those like other flavored kind of. There's like an ice cream pineapple or a pina colada pineapple that I saw the other day. So I might try some. I might use this as an excuse to try some weird fruits, but eventually we'll do normal pineapple. I might peel a grape
grapes
and cut the center of a grape out or something like that.
You gotta have a miniature
a
knife
grape
for
will
the
probably
grape.
do just. I think.
Have you ever seen those grape cutting
Yeah.
videos? Oh, they're so satisfying.
I think grape will do just as good, if not better, than the dragon fruit.
Like you said, is there anything that surprised you that shrimp said, nope, no likey? Actually, a shrimp food, there was one that they like, it just sits in the tank for weeks and weeks. Like, it's just too hard. So I'm very surprised. It's one of the ones we just don't sell. I don't talk about it. I won't bring it up, but it was, I'm still shocked because like people sell it and it's a readily sold shrimp food. And I'm like, how is not like any of these doing well? Because they didn't do well in my tank. I mean, they don't foul up the water, but it's just the shrimp don't care about it. Like unless you have a huge population of snails to take care of it, it just sits there. So that one shocked me.
But no, the fruit that Shelby says poisoned her definitely was a surprise because we fed it to the shrimp first.
It looked good.
And then and here's what happened,
you
right?
should have never.
Here's my process, okay? I go through, I cut the fruit on camera. She doesn't like all my accents.
I don't like any of them, to be clear.
Oh yeah? Fine. But I go ahead and I cut my little tiny piece that I go for the shrimp. And then we take that piece to the tank. Layla films me drop it into the tank. And then from there, I take like maybe 5 to 15 seconds of film of the initial like crawl onto the food. And the shrimp are like touching it and like jumping off of it or just backing up. And Layla's got like commentary like, yep, nope. They're all just like, nope, I'm not good. I think the snail is like taking up the blur or something like that.
I'm gonna go knock it off.
But we go to try it and I eat it and I immediately get this like weird, like chalky paper kind of sensation after eating it. Like I needed a drink after eating fruit. And then Layla is like, why does it is there paper in that? And she says like the exact same thing as we're eating it. And then I try another one and then another one. And like it tastes good. It had like a melony kind of like citrusy kind of flavor. Almost kind of like a hint of mango in there. But yeah, the after effect was weird. And I was like, I gotta get Shelby to eat this. And I even told Layla, I was like, you stay back. Because if mom sees you like this, she's not gonna eat it. And I told her to stay back. And she's like, no, I'll be good. Like she got her stuff together and we ended up getting Shelby to eat it. But if anybody can guess what it is, maybe we give them like a little $5.
I could see it.
Gift card.
Look like I had. Oh man, my phone's gonna die. We're not gonna make it the whole stream. It's okay. But my
at
whole
63.
tongue can't do that.
Why?
This is on your account. So like I don't know why it doesn't work, but it doesn't work. Remember,
Um,
I almost I
wait,
ended
can't
it a
you
couple
log
times
out of
by
my
it.
Gmail and log into the other one?
Maybe figure it out in a minute. But yeah, it was miserable. Johnny said, finally consider creating a shrimp food with an ice cream name. We were going to, the garlic one was one we were trying, but like there is no garlic ice cream thing. So we were like, all right, we're just going to have to go with a food theme on this one, but we'll come up with other ones eventually for an ice cream theme.
I also want to start creating lines of shrimp and coming out with my own ice cream name.
You must have said the name.
The Opa.
Because this is before we even, you must have already said the name. Because this is before we even started talking about it. That he already guessed it. So you must have said it before we even started.
I don't think so.
There's no way that he guessed that one. Nana said, I did my own research. Famous last words, for sure. But SC...
I eat way more than Shelby, and Shelby's the one with the stomach aches, so...
the shrimp can bounce on the tofu like a trampoline. Let me see if that looks any better this time. It's a little bit better.
Yeah, so these are some red crystal shrimp. They're not pure red lines. These are just normal standard red crystal shrimp. And they will throw some golden bees and snow whites as well as the red crystals. I haven't gotten any crystal blacks out of this tank, but if I were, it would not be a big surprise.
Great. The video could be you feeding whatever to Shelby and the shrimp at the same time we compare. It could be for sure. Because, oh man, it was awful.
I would have to stick with like
Easy
rare
bacon.
and exotic fruits that Shelby's never had for the first time.
Yeah.
Though.
Which is a lot of them.
Much
I have never had a
few and
star
far
fruit,
between.
and I've wanted it. There's almost all exotic
Well,
fruits I've never
Listen,
tried.
every time I go to the grocery store,
Kiwi's
you can
like the
almost
most exotic.
guarantee that I'm going to buy one or two things. And
Get out of here with them hiccups.
all right, we don't. We usually eat out on Monday nights because it's just too much with the orders and the packages. So like tonight we went to Culver's. I say eat out, but we just went and got something for food. But usually, for every 4 nights we go grocery shopping. So it'll give us some good content to alternate every other day. And I'm sure I'll find tons and tons of different things. If I have to, we'll go to like farmers markets and our local like non-brand name grocery store and the bodega, and I think I could find some cool things.
I see. Catalyst is Grant wants an easy bake for Christmas. I actually had one growing up.
I
Have you
don't
ever
want
seen
an
them?
easy bake. I want
are
smaller
crazy.
than an easy bake.
They're
but
magical, honestly.
I did ask Layla to go through her little tiny, like she's got an ice cream truck and a bunch of like American doll kind of style toys that are the it's the Target
brand.
knockoff brand like stuff and whatnot. So
Yeah.
I asked her to go get me like a little mini bowl. So like the thing that I used with the sherbet tonight, I stole from Layla.
Welcome in, Dr. Anthony.
Oh, Dr. Anthony is here.
Almost. You missed the feeding, I think.
Let's do the giveaway and then I'll talk about Dr. Anthony.
Okay.
Hashtag TGOE, this is your last chance. Benny is here. What did Benny say? I missed that.
He said that's all he said. Almost missed this.
Oh, Benny,
So far.
do you use dead shrimp powder? Let me know, please. I was curious tonight.
Refresh. You didn't
Yeah,
stop
no,
me.
it's lie.
You didn't stop me.
Sorry. We will be drawing this twice. You need to be here. So if the person does not respond by the time we get...
No, what you're going to
Yeah,
respond.
he's 100% here.
Congratulations.
And then let's pull it one more time.
Draw again. Man, this one's taking a little bit longer.
And Chevy Fish. Congratulations. 2 regulars to the channel. Well deserved. All right. So Dr. Anthony, as many of you know, he is in charge of the Ornamental Fish Research Center in Iquitos, Peru. And he does a lot for the community there, where he goes through and teaches the local fishermen not just how to fish and catch the fish or whatever that they do on their own all year round, but instead breed the fish so that that they're not able to fish them all year round. So if they're able to breed them throughout the year, then they have a source for the fish all year round. So it's something that Dr. Anthony and his foundation works on. But on top of that, they also run a little fundraiser during the Christmas time to help out with the kids. The aquarium there works with the schools and gets the kids involved. I'm sure I had to watch the ad so I could skip. What are you doing? I need this real quick.
We don't know my shrimp camera.
So I'm just going to share the link for the GoFundMe for Dr. Anthony's fundraiser. So they do a Christmas fundraiser to give Christmas presents to these kids in Peru who I've already shared it, so you can have it now, who probably don't get anything this time of the year. So it's a great cause. It's run by a great person who's real close to us. He's in a lot of our streams. He's come and spoke for our club twice. It's one of the it's one of my favorite talks of all time. So if you have a local club, you should definitely have Dr. Anthony come out and speak. Grant, rather than anything metal-based, would mini glass cookware be potentially shrimp-safe cookware? So I think I need some like metal pots and pans. Like Zach said, he's making a wok, some mini knives and other things. Like I think if I broke down the fruit for like a human size consumption portion with the normal knife, and then took that and broke it down with the shrimp knife to get it to the shrimp size, I think that would be a little step. We've got to have like the ratings of the shrimp be posted in. So that's like one thing I realized I should have done by the end of the day of posting the first one. But mini glassware is something that we've been looking around for. I haven't like searched online. I haven't put as much effort into this as I like wanted to. There's a lot of things that have come priority to us, like figuring out our water pressure situation and everything else like that. So where is Shelby?
Right here.
Should I have this back to stage?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So like a little mini glass pie dish and a mini glass casserole dish and stuff like that would be great. A little glass bowl for my sherbet, that would probably sink rather than having to glue a rock to it. So yeah, if anybody out there, see, I did some research or like looking it up, and all I came across was this person that was making everything out of clay, and I didn't think that would be aquarium safe or be able to like cook it or anything like that. But man, these people like they're making little tiny things out of clay is elaborate, like croissants that you can cut, and there's all the layers of the croissants and stuff. It's pretty cool, I gotta say. The bread, and it's got like the little holes and where the separation of the dough happens when it cooks.
So Johnny, we have aquatic isopods that survive in aquarium tanks. So the same thing, it's just aquatic instead. Snake oil.
Yeah, see, for our tanks, when we start our tanks, we just use some Florinbacter 7 from Brightwell. I haven't started any tanks recently, but we've been using a lot of Fritz products just because they're at a lot of the shows that we do, and they're big supporters of us. And we've reached out to them a couple of times to get some product for videos. And I've never asked about the turbo starter or whatever exactly Fritz product is for starting up their aquariums, but I thought about using that and giving it a go, maybe on cycling some of our new tanks. Grant, if you would like, we can do a live stream together, and I can do a short presentation same time on the 23rd. Would this be on my channel or your channel? It doesn't matter. Are you writing that down?
No,
Oh, okay.
but you want me
You're
to?
writing down the giveaways. No, this is be something that you message me on Facebook and we work out. That Tuesday I should be free.
Nano said, looking forward to see you try strawberries. We're almost in season here in Florida. That is a great idea. You have to comment on like one of our videos or something. Or just at the end of this like live on the actual comment section, so I can like, I don't know how to screenshot it on live.
I wish that I could get
Figure
a
that out.
strawberry from the strawberry farmer that I used to cut his grass. Like
Would be nice.
I used to once upon a time cut grass and sold that business to chase my dream of breeding shrimp. But one of my favorite customers that lived out in Hernando Beach, really nice guy, hardworking strawberry farmer. Everything he owned was strawberry red. Every truck, every van, every car, his boat, everything. This guy had strawberry red, and he one time brought my dad a case of strawberries, and I swear they were the best strawberries I'd ever had. So, but yeah, I'm sure. Like I've had a club member
Welcome
give
in,
me
Steven.
a sugar apple one time. It was infested with this black mold, and I just couldn't get myself to eat it. Like these two people in the club swore that like it's just a fungus that grows on all of them, and I was just like, I'm sure it does. I just can't do it. You know, like I couldn't. So I gotta find some of the fruits that I've been dying to try for a while, like jackfruit and durian. Might be just as bad as the persimmons. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not trying the jackfruit. Unless I know 100%. Like, I'm going to have to look at it. So, Nano said, Grant, go to the Asian grocery store. You'll find some good fruit.
We have the durian and the jackfruit there. They also
walk to it.
Stop. They also have like this really bougie, expensive pear, and I want it, but nobody else wants it, and it's big and it's massive.
It's not that I didn't want it. I said, who else is going to eat it with me?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, going to be the only one who actually eats it.
I eat the pears.
Okay, well,
and
you eat canned pears. There's a difference.
I just like the availability of pears, and I don't like to
pears.
have to wait for them to ripe. And then when I remember they're there, they're beyond ripe, and I'm like, but the canned ones are always perfect. But I love pears.
Yeah, ours is like 5 minutes away, and that's where. So Grant
not even. It's like a 5-minute walk.
Grant went to Publix and got me okra. I love okra, but I got it from Publix and it went bad in a day. Where I get it from the Asian Mart, and it's good for like 2 weeks in my fridge. Like that stuff is so good, and like I was so mad.
She's like, you bought it moldy and and I'm like, it did not look like that when I bought it. Like I promise you. I also think that our house is a little bit more humid.
I do not
use
what it's used to. That's a fridge.
I'm saying our fridge is a little humid too.
No.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, I used to use an Easy Bake Oven when I was younger, and all I remember is eating brownies from it, and I'm traumatized by the brownies. What are you doing?
I'm doing it my way because I found out how to do this without issues.
I mean, it would have been no issue as long as I didn't refresh it.
No, I'm saying I can't figure out. That's my fastest way to get back to the spot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Could have just refreshed it.
Well, I didn't know that. All right. So maybe I'll try that next time. Hashtag swag. We have a package where we give out during the holiday season. We collect stickers. I've got some extra of the horror cards. I don't have a pack to pull this week because I already pulled my Heiko Blair. But we have some extra of the Fish Room Punks, Ozzy Osbourne. But I know I have like an extra nervous newbie Nick, and I'll be giving away some of these into the swag packs as well. So look forward to stickers. I know there's a magnet that comes with each one from the Triple Crown. So we gather things that our extras from shows. We don't get rid of them. We throw them into these swag packs, mainly stickers, so that people in the Fish Fam who aren't able to go to the shows can get some of this swag for themselves. It's not really like t-shirts or anything like that, but we still call it that for the stickers, sticker swag. Hey.
Jay, I did notice that you placed an order. If you wanted to add $25 of something to that order, just let us know. If you want to do it that way or save it for the next time, just let us know.
But hashtag swag get in on this giveaway, and we'll draw that in 15 minutes. So we got the red crystals still on the screen. Do you want to change it up?
Basically, if we go back 20 years, beneficial bacteria, jumpstart liquid, etc. So really not much difference between those.
Yeah. Liquid is always, in my opinion, a little bit better because it takes 3 to 4 days to colonize, where dry powdered bacteria takes 7 days to awaken and colonize. So
Benny said, I really like that wooden cutting board you have. It's really nice with that signature. Should put shrimp don't survive on this board.
and
That's
yes,
funny.
in the future there will be a shrimp on the board as well. So, and a crawfish.
So yeah.
We're gonna try it all,
Oh, I'm not being a part of that one.
except for like fish. We won't be doing fish. Maybe like
Oh, Sculpey.
no.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't do live streams. That's what he said. Okra, yes, they're so good. I can't try. See, I've ate kimchi. I don't know if that would be good in
at the
tank.
last
Fermented.
I don't think we could do anything spicy in any of the aquariums. I also told Shelby that I should start a coal tank specifically to devour foods, and it is one that I'm willing to risk foods like peppers and stuff like that. So that will be a while before we try anything like that. Asian pears are fantastic. They are like a cross between a pear and an apple, crisp like an apple flavor of a pear. Awesome. They can grow up there in Washington. We collected pears with Lady Diane when we went to Missouri at her old farm. So she had just moved it onto what was one of my cull tanks. You might actually see a couple shrimp in here that are going to get priority in this tank. A lot of these shrimp will get moved out of here. But in this tank, there are some yellow and white crystal looking shrimp. So right there, right on top, you see the white bands with the yellow. You see the other ones kind of like a yellow Missouri with the white body. There is at least 3 of them in this tank that look like a yellow crystal shrimp. I've got one in another tank that will be getting moved into this one. I think the other one's on the left-hand side of the wall. I can't tell from here. But I'll have 4 of those going in one tank. If I have like 3 males and 1 female, I might take one of the males out, move them with the rest of these shrimp, and try to get more to add back to this tank. But this is just a regular tang-tie tank that through that yellow kind of mutation. I'm sure at one point there was yellow King Kong genetics in here. However, the tang-tie style shrimp took over, and then after a few generations, the yellow came back. Bamboo shoots are also something that I would like to get. I love bamboo myself. Save it for the next one. Try that new food pack plus the garlic knots, but I got to use up all the food I still have, and it gives me an excuse to get more Caridina later. Ah, great thinking. Mangosteens are heavenly. I've never heard of that, but I love mango. Mango, oh man, it's hard to choose between mango and lychee, which one's my favorite fruit. there's usually something lychee flavored. I will go for that just because it's more of a rare option. But I absolutely will pick mango over just about any other flavor when we go out for ice cream or anything like that. But I always choose ice cream over Italian ice or sherbet. So if mango isn't a flavor of ice cream, I'll find something else, even if there is mango sherbet. So we
Bamboo shoots.
yeah,
Did you read
yeah,
that?
I talked about that. I love bamboo. It's one of my favorite things to add to a curry or any dish, honestly. Stir fry, soup.
Yeah. Mystery snail. Any snails or photo bombers. I've had like one time we were taking pictures of Sulawesi shrimp, and it was like the most perfect shot I would ever get. And this rabbit snail just happened to just like go right in front, and I was like, no, I'm so mad. They are the worst at photo bombing. And also the puffers. Puffers are so friendly. They're like a puppy dog. So like you go to take a photo of anything else, the puffer's like in your face, like look at me. The mango sorbet is a hit. Yeah, I still got to go back to that other tank eventually too.
Oh, let me go. Oh,
You're gonna
you've
go
got
put it back
nothing.
over there?
No, no, I was just gonna go take a gander on it. I think we'll just go back to it at the very end of the live
Mhm.
stream and do that tuck.
I try to
I just want to
to-
make sure the water isn't fouling up or nothing.
put the light down and just made it worse. Like they all look like a weird color now. That didn't work.
So this
gonna
is the
switch.
Tang Tai tank, and you see a blue steel,
little
maybe a
shell.
red steel in there. You got the yellow orange crystals, like I was talking about. You got some Tybee with strong ghee genetic influence in there as well. That doesn't look that bad when you take the light off.
I'm trying.
Turn it up. There he goes. Yeah, that looks
There we
good.
go. Just fine with its natural light.
Oh, what did I do? All right. Shelby made this look so easy. All right, there. Figured it out.
Yeah, there we go. There's the true colors. Okay. That was making them look so weird. They all look like real pale yellow.
But you can see the Tangerine Tiger genetics in this tank are very, very strong. Any of the brown, oranges, yellow, or the steel influences all come directly from the Tangerine Tiger genetics. And you can see there's a buried one right there. I don't think any of the shrimp in this tank were buried before I did the water change yesterday. So this tank just got a water change yesterday, and already we have a buried shrimp. There's babies in there, so maybe there has been a regular buried shrimp in there, but might look a little heavily on the male side. Yeah, there's some more moving their way forward.
It's so exciting. I think that's why shrimp are so exciting, honestly, because
You know-
just the babies and the reward system. Like I had my pure white line tank in my bedroom. It wasn't doing so great. It only had like 5 shrimp in it, which is what I started with. And I was worried that they were all females because I didn't see any buried. And I kind of gave up. I was like, oh, I'll just wait till my other shrimp breed and I'll put some males in. And the other day I went in and there was just a bunch of babies crawling around. And I'm like, oh, finally. So yeah, it's fun. I can see the little one crawling right there. It's so cute. So yeah, it's rewarding to do shrimp because of that. Did you just so weird. Did you move it back or something?
No, I didn't
Like
touch it.
glitched. Oh, it looks so pretty. I'm stealing that yellow one.
No, the yellow ones are the project
The
tank.
yellow one is mine.
They're staying there.
It's mine now.
So the tank looks good. I'm
Yeah,
not sure if all of the food will be gone or not in the next 30 minutes, but the tank isn't cloudy or anything like that. I usually tell people not to use citrus or anything high in sugar, but that's just because I've gone off of what other people recommended and I've never actually tried it myself. So I'm not saying orange is something you should feed them all the time, but it might not be a bad treat if you just rip off a piece as you're eating some for yourself and drop it into the tank. Again, remove anything that isn't eaten in 2 hours. And if you're really worried about it, just do it on the day you're doing a water change. And after your 2 hours is up, do your water change.
Turning into a pumpkin here must go before Grant feeds me to the orange-eyed blue tigers. Pumpkin's a good idea too. We actually have small pumpkins, but I don't think those are the edible ones that we'd want to feed. So, and I don't actually think they're good inside, which is so weird because like they're so pristine on the outside still, and like one of them rotted like right away, and then these ones are fine for like weeks now. It's kind of scaring me. Maybe they have like extra wax coating or something.
Well, the
Welcome in, Laura.
thing we were talking about right before you got up, I realized this today while I was catching shrimp for the
Like
order
Latoya?
out of the Stardust
Latoya?
tank. I get that dopamine fire up every time I catch a shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're catching shrimp for an order, you're culling the tank. It really doesn't matter. If you get that great feeling when you go fishing and you catch a fish and it's not that big, but you're still happy that you caught a fish, you'll get the same thing when you catch your shrimp out of the tank too.
Yeah.
I think that's why I like shrimp keeping so much. I just enjoy catching something.
Yeah.
And they're not
just
willing
easy.
all the time. No, the Stardust are like one of the
Yeah.
hardest ones to catch.
Raccoons
So
and
it's
Stardust.
exciting when you're like, I caught 3. I got a 3-piece.
See, I
like-
don't have that same effect because I usually only catch the Neos.
Yeah.
So I'm catching hundreds in the net, but
Yeah.
it is rewarding to say now there's a difference between the tanks that aren't breeding as much to the tanks that are breeding like crazy, to where like one scoop I get 1,000 and then like one scoop I get 50. It's a big difference where you're like, wow, this pond's doing really good. Now I got to call out and work on it. So it gets you excited to work on it because you're like, wow, they're breeding really good. That means the water's doing good. I'm doing something good, you know? I think it's just that overall satisfaction of shrimp because they're usually pretty easy to take care of. Where like you do one wrong thing with fish sometimes and you lose the entire thing, and it's just so sad. It's probably the most devastating thing. And I don't get that as much with shrimp as I do with fish. Like I've made so many mistakes with fish where like you know, the water change for getting the dechlorinator, shrimp can kind of tolerate it compared to fish. Like fish are just done. And it's just so it's so much more rewarding when you are able to keep something alive and do good.
Skipper, what about January? Aren't we going collecting in January also? And I don't think you've gotten dates from Skipper. And I don't think I've gotten.
No, I got some.
You got message dates for January also? So I'm down to meet up in
My
January.
phone's dead. Why am I checking?
Even if we can't hang out with you until 4 o'clock,
We have
I
to
gotta
drive to them.
I gotta drive pretty far, but I also got another buddy who will probably meet up with us. And you'd want him to be there too because he's how should I say this? Doesn't have a family that relies on him, so he's willing to put himself in gator infested waters a lot more than I am. I'll
Down for anything.
still do it. Just he has to go first, you know.
The lobster's glowing because the purple glow lights.
Oh, and here,
No, we're not
no.
gonna turn it like that.
All right, let me just grab the tree. We've got the Christmas
You
tree.
could grab the other phone
Oh yeah,
between
You can
that
do that.
to the next.
You're in the way.
You can
You're
go
closer.
that way.
All right, fine. what were you just talking about?
I don't know.
Going collecting. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to going and taking a trip down there.
He's
It's a
exploring
little
your
cold up
way.
here, so it'll be nice to go down there.
Yeah, it is a little cold. They can hear you just fine. You don't have to talk louder because you're walking away. It's gonna be weird getting used to these. Why are you doing that?
Why not? What was I supposed to do?
There's our Christmas tree. Mind the messiness behind all of it.
What messiness?
All the games all over the place. I
don't think they saw any of that. But we've got
You got a Christmas
a
tree.
lobster right here, a bunch of lighthouses that my parents have always been into with my dad sailing. So we've got a little bit of an aquatic theme, a bunch of stuff that the kids have made over the years. So
All of
even
our
with
toys on the
500
ground.
aquariums in the house, we still found room for the Christmas tree. And then, of course,
The light's the coolest part of it. The star on top. That's my favorite. We got that, and I think that's in one of our. You're not angling it right. You gotta angle it up so they can see the ceiling. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's the whole purpose of it. I got the, oh man, we've had that forever. But that was in like the update video, like the last tour video we did. That's in it.
So, all right, take me off, and then I'll go to a different tank.
Don't mind our cords that were all over the ground, you know. I bought 7 coolies today from the co-op to add to my 5. Sydney caught 7 exactly on her first try. Done it. That's crazy. Those are like some of the hardest things to catch. I don't actually like coolie loaches because of like I don't see them unless you like turn on the light and like stress them out. I just the first time Grant ever got them, I was like, I don't care for them, but I know that they're extremely hard to catch because when we went to get rid of them, they were hard. It is a cool. Thank you. I'm very proud of that. That's like the one thing I've always enjoyed over the years. Is that's like our, you know, your family always has like an angel or something that goes on top. And when we found that, if that ever breaks, I'm gonna cry. Like it's gonna hurt my feelings because that was just perfect. And like it goes with the aquariums to me, and it like shines on the ceiling as if it was like water. So it's like my favorite thing ever. Because like it's all aquatic things. We don't do those like I can't do those trees that people like do like perfect ornaments on and stuff. I like the chaos and like the
I think
only
it's
thing that's missing is the tinsel,
yeah, that's what I was
which
gonna
is
say.
a lot of people can't stand it, but that was my favorite thing to finish a Christmas tree as a kid was to grab that tinsel and just throw it all over the tree. Oh man.
All right, so the next tank,
Oh man, there's so many babies up there.
lots
Oh.
of babies. The next tank, these
Mhm.
are cheetahs. Not the easiest shrimp to view. They are multiple different
Beautiful.
colors, from purple to greenish, blue,
These are mine. Too.
orange.
Give those. To me.
My only problem is I think these are male heavy. I'm not sure if we have a female in this tank.
Oh, so cool.
I think that's what caused them to stop breeding, or they need their water changes,
Aw.
and maybe they'll take off again. But just looking at them, I didn't see any big fat female saddled up. But I think the other tank has all females. If they all have males, I will need somebody else out there that has a colony of cheetah shrimp to try and get my lines going again. I have 3 tanks of them, and none of them are breeding right now. So we got to
and
get
one
them
of them
going
was
again.
like the coolest tank ever. It had like every color you can imagine. Like they look like Skittles for a wild shrimp. It's crazy. Running water.
That
said,
was a different tank.
yeah, it was that one.
The far left.
Yeah.
That's my greens. That had the reds come out.
Them
Those are not-
coolies from the co-op are so tiny compared to the 5-year-old ones I had. It's funny seeing them together. I could only imagine. That's really cool. I actually kind of want to see like the difference because I know how tiny they like usually come. We're not on the screen anymore. But that's crazy. Gills the Garden said, I need to do a short on my glass Christmas ornaments. I have a glass shrimp that's pretty sick. 4 out of 5 puffer fish puffed out with spike. Oh, sea turtles, non-aquatic. I have a purple piggy with wings. Oh, you have to send those to us. You sell those? That's pretty cool. Or you just have them. I'm jealous. Now I want them. And that purple piggy, Oinky needs one of those. My local fish store gives a discount if you aren't picky and will take assorted coolies, whatever they catch. Yeah, those are stress. Like I could not imagine working in a pet store and having to catch coolie loaches. I'd be like, no. Like one of my first shorts that I ever did, I think it's my first TikTok or like maybe my 5th, just the first one that took off, was me catching an Inler out of a tiny tank at the Florida State Fair. I was trying to save it like so it'd be, make it home, and it's just fighting me. And I just put like an audio behind it, and it's just like it's hilarious. Yeah, I did give up. I was getting frustrated because like I have a lot. It's still the one. It's like a 5-year-old.
I will say this. I caught it in like 7 seconds. So I will say Shelby probably tired it all out.
Yeah.
And then I just swooped in and like right when she gave up. You
Oh,
quit
I
right
love
before the
garland
fish quit.
too. I just don't want to spend money on garland. We budget every year for Christmas decorations because like it's more about getting the gifts for the kids than it is about the decorations. Like they love them, but I make do. So what we do is like budget this amount this year. So like this is the first year I didn't have Christmas lights burn out, so that was great. But like the past few years, it's been like one strand after another netting. So I don't know if you saw the video, but I was super happy with what we had finally like come together. But we were able to get lights for the tree this year because I've been using those outside because they keep burning out.
I'll talk about the shrimp one more time real quick, and then we'll get back into the giveaway. Hashtag swag. This is your last call opportunity. The cheetahs, they are a wild type serrata shrimp. So that gives them the kind of speckling. You could use these, and we have another snail photo bomber here.
Can't even see it.
You could use these to create blue or red steels or galaxy pintos if you cross them with any of the bee shrimp that have the double pigments. So they are one of the shrimp that we have crossed with a lot of shrimp, and that was also one of my issues, I think, with why some of the breeding slowed down. Alex did a couple of videos on these guys, and their popularity kind of really took off. We sold a ton of them. And then I was like, all right, well, I kind of want to do some of my own crossbreeding projects and stuff. So I started using these with other types of shrimp. And I will say that using these, I get more different phenotypes out of F1 than any other shrimp combination that I use. So I do like these. I might have some males. If anybody would just want some cheetah males, this is your opportunity to reach out, and I'll give you a good deal on those. Because last week we talked about 2 shrimp, orange-eyed yellow King Kongs, and Misuras, and enough people reached out to us that we didn't even get to put them up on the website. So I'm not even going to bother putting up like male cheetahs or anything like that. So if you want those, then what? I thought you just wanted your hair clipped back.
With things.
All right, so hashtag swag.
There you go.
Let's
That one's okay.
let's pull that out.
Come on. Like you said, I think Hillstreams have some sort of supersonic strong suction thing going on. I'm terrified to hurt them, but damn, they can be tough to dislodge. I have never had them, and that's what I would think of would be like an issue for them.
I do
Are we
think
pulling this?
yes.
Okay.
I do think that in the future, though, you could see a Hillstream Loach tank out of me or Shelby. Or
Oh yeah,
a combination
for sure.
of 2.
There's been some really beautiful ones, and I've been telling him, like I show him constantly, that's all I share to him most of the time is a Hillstream Loach like river style tank because they have like that powerful pump. I just love the flow in it. I want an aquascape one really bad, and I just think they're very satisfying. It's those or the nudibranchs from saltwater. Like I might fully go into a saltwater garage, have to heat the garage and everything because I'm obsessed with the nudibranchs. All I do is watch those videos.
We are almost done with my one video. However, I'm not happy with the tank, so I might go with another round of treatment. But we will be doing a couple of other videos, and I think when I go ahead and start tearing down some of the old newt tanks, some of them might just be left like bare bottom and completely empty with a sponge filter. And if we decide to go full salt or something like that on some of those tanks, we can pull that trigger at any time for some of the nano shrimp, more Opaula tanks.
Pistol shrimp, mantis shrimp.
We posted a video today.
Peppermint shrimp.
Some Opaula. We watched Stranger Things, so I was kind of like trying to do an upside down video, and Shelby's like, "What are you doing with this tank? You ruined this video." And I was like, "I did multiple. There should be a good one that's not all messed up like that." But like, go ahead and draw this, so it'll finish at the same time. But Shelby did much better editing work and got the video done justice. So Yeah, it's great. Check it out. And congratulations, CR Fish. You are the winner of the swag
little
pack.
logo. It's
So
cute.
please message us on here and email us at thegardenofeater@gmail.com. Let us know your name and address, and we'll get that sent out to you. With all of the giveaways and everything like that, it is the time of the year. Customer orders take priority, and we are a little bit behind because of the holiday season, and this is our busiest time of the year for shipping. So we're getting caught up still on November orders. So once we're caught up on a basis where we're shipping out on only Mondays and Saturdays and not shipping out orders on Tuesdays to try and catch up, we'll get caught up with some of those giveaways.
The new coulis are like like angel hair pasta, and the old ones are long. That's crazy. That's crazy. Probably looks so tiny.
Take the shrimp thing down. The light died.
Oh, I was like, what's going on with it? Finally got my first baby coolie loach for a couple bucks at Petco. Now that I have one, I can testify to their wiggle and hideability factor. Yeah, they're just so weird to me. Like, they're not bad, but not my thing. Welcome in aqua balls and aquarium thoughts. What is the best salt for Sulawesi shrimp? That would be the Sulawesi minerals.
You fed all these tanks over here or none?
None. Only the ones you can't see out of the the isopod tanks. Man, they're full green because like I'm not gonna clean those. They're just Neo tanks, and no one really cares about them. The only way to get above that, you have to go get the shipping container and put it on.
I don't think I'll need it.
Okay.
I'm not going 4 high.
Okay. But yeah, we should have some Sulawesi minerals on the website. That's the only one I would recommend. Quick question: what is the best shrimp way to keep shrimp in a tank with a sump without having the shrimp go into the overflow? Is there any safe way? Most of the time they will go into it. The only one I've seen is like depending on the way it's going into the sump, because you know each pickup tube is different. Its filter floss is usually the best way because that also filters your tank at the same time. So that's the one I would recommend. A good paint scraper will work. Just kidding. Not a bad idea. I have a reef tank, 120 gallons. I want to add some nudes, but I have rats. I need them out first. Yeah. Like, I'm fully, I love the fish, saltwater fish, but there's not that many that speak to me. And if there is, it's you did not just end it on the phone. Okay.
Huh?
We just lagged really hard. I don't know if it's our internet or what. Christmas tree's probably not helping the internet right now either. That looks terrible.
I'm not there yet.
Okay, I'm just making sure. So sorry about that delay. But yeah, I definitely, there's just so many beautiful ones out there, every color you can imagine, and they just look like almost like a cartoon. Do the gift cards expire? No, they do not. Top tier, reasonable size dream fish for me are mud skippers. Have you ever owned any or desire to? I think your amazing scaping skills would make a banger for mud skipper tank. So we did have a mud skipper tank for a short little bit. We had gotten some from Richard, and they were doing good for a little bit. We had them in the bathroom, and like I thought it would be funny to have a mud skipper in the bathroom. He was doing really good. Moved him to the garage. He was doing okay. And then he stopped eating. No idea why. We think he had, like everyone else that was with him, they were like imports or something. They were having issues eating. So I don't know what they had specifically. So you just got to get a really good, healthy mud skipper. Sorry about all the ums. I'm so tired. Our sleeping habits have been really, really messed up lately. That's what happens when you have people at like nighttime and then got kids in the morning. But mud skippers are one of the coolest, and there's different species of mud skippers and where they come from. So it is definitely something you should try. You just need to know which ones you're getting. What's your opinion on SL Aqua shrimp food? So the SL Aqua shrimp food that we've tried is, I believe, the Blizzard, which
No.
stinks. Is that the one that
No.
stinks?
No.
That's the one that smells like
SL
stinks.
Aqua is like the more white. I can't remember the
I
more
thought that was the
meat.
baby
or-
vomit. Which one's the baby vomit one?
That's Vins,
Oh, okay.
which is
me
the
look up
Blizzard is
SL
also
Aqua.
Vins. But it's the more brand. So these are a food that we fed, and
I think we
I've
still
talked
have
about
some.
this before. They did not consume this food within an hour of eating it, and I've kind of got this like rule in the house. The Bloomfields also do this when they try out and test out new foods, where we go through, feed the entire house, and then the next day, it's normal to find a dead shrimp or two throughout the house. It's not like out of the norm, right? It doesn't happen every day. I'll go days without ever seeing a dead shrimp, especially in a healthy aquarium with a lot of shrimp. Dead one might get eaten relatively fast. But more than a few different occasions where we fed the SL Aqua food, we would get up to 5 deaths in the house, maybe more, maybe it was 5 or 6.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's very long pieces of food. They're very hard. It's very hard to get the food dialed in to where they only eat it within 2 hours. So the soil also, after about a year, it was like very unstable. In the mornings it would read low pH, and then in the afternoon it would start to climb up a little bit, and then by nighttime it would be almost to neutral pH. So it worked great for tiger shrimp, but it did not do well for bees, and that was the whole point of why we bought it. So there's probably 40 tanks in the house with SL Aqua product. And SL Aqua was even at the expo that we were at in Vegas, and we're like, yeah, we probably have more tanks of your product, and they just did not seem interested at all. They only want to deal with one company here in the United States, and they're jacking the price up so high that it's just not worth using it. It's not bang for your buck like it used to be back in the day.
Zach said, I'm stoked to get some Pseudomygil. Don't even try that. In the brackish tank with the Opaulas in the future. The tank is cycling and should be perfect by February when y'all come up with the shrimp. So stoked. Yeah. That's gonna be cool. That's really interesting. Hopefully the Pseudomygils leave them alone. How do we join the giveaway?
So the hashtag swag is over. We've got one more giveaway to do. It is a Layla original. She is currently working on a cat for another previous giveaway. I don't have Jesse's painting near me, but she's doing pretty good. Oh, it's right there. She's doing really well. I'd say especially with different fish. So if you have a logo or a specific fish or something like that that you would like Layla to draw, this is what this giveaway is for. So hashtag, man, what
I did Layla.
LAYLA. Hashtag Layla for a Layla original. And you can
Just
email
type it in
us
chat.
with a animal request that you would like her to draw. Animal specifically, I don't think she likes drawing anything else.
Shrimp Envy is not our brand. It's Rob and Reed Bloomfield. They make everything in their home, and we just cross over with them and did a couple like get-togethers. Like, so we did the garlic food, and then now we just did it and asked them to change their variety pack so that we can sell it with the garlic food instead of baby powder, because we don't use the baby powder. So it just made more sense for our brand to show that. Very lovely couple. Everything that they have made has been phenomenal food. I mean, we know where it's coming from. We know how it's, well, not exactly how it's made, but we know it's fresh foods and stuff like that. So we just trust it, and it's a really good bang for your buck, as we like to say. It's really good for the shrimp. We've never had shrimp that didn't like it. We've never had it be left in the tank. We've had other shrimp foods that have been left in the tank, even though it's a good shrimp food for certain tanks. But like, I've never had this just sit in a tank unless they were like full, or we overfed them. You know, like he fed them in the morning and I fed them at night by accident.
So I fed a bunch of those tanks. Can you go use your magic and get them zoomed in? I couldn't figure out how you were getting the tripod to stay up like that. So, but yeah, we will continue to collaborate and do a bunch of different foods with the Bloomfields. We had one that we had already tried to get out for last Halloween. It was an idea. The idea did not come together. So back to the drawing board. Maybe we'll get it out next year. I will always regret that in early months of being a fish keeper during a club meeting, someone brought in a bag of 12 mud skippers for the mini auction. They went for $47. 12 of them. Oh, man. And Big Steve said she made me a chameleon, and it's awesome. She made frog fish and more, a frog also. She's done a puffer fish for Stephen and Jenna P. So she's done several shrimp for us. We've got to come out with a little Woody, the shrimp
stickers
kind of
we got to
t-shirt or something for her in the future. Yeah.
Maybe not
there's
the Woody shirt.
there's a lot of things that is it Woody or Woolly?
I don't know what it was.
They had a name already, so I was just going with
Woody.
it.
It
But yeah, we got to come up with something in the future. So is it good? Can we pull it up?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So these.
Don't mind the glare of the other tank.
Oh,
that's the other.
Now that you're there, I can fix it from here.
Okay. Can you just move it to the right a smidge?
No promises.
Goodness. All right. While he's doing that. So cute. Yeah, she's doing really good. She's
you know what?
Getting better and better. She actually just did. She's in art class this year because she's now in middle school, and yeah, they're all on the same thing. I don't know why that looks better, at least a little bit. Not really. Stupid light. That's the pain of having a fish room. Most of the reflections stuck because there's lights next to it.
We've got.
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna walk around with it real quick and just show off. It's not gonna be the best. It's not gonna be perfect, but we've got some mixed red pintos here, a bunch of red steel culls that need to get out of this tank, but a lot of different pinto mixes going on there. Zebra, spot head, bellies. Didn't feed that tank. Didn't feed that tank. In this tank, there is a bunch of crazy blues, blue steels. And then there's like one Galaxy Pinto in the back that is spawned from them, but not a lot really going on to see in this tank. And we got the Galaxy fish bones crossed with, just trying to get Fancy Tigers right here. Does that look good?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll leave that up right there for a little bit.
All right. Zach says, I want a painting of Pseudo-Luminatus sparring. Oh, that'd be cool. Wolf Knight, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. Said, so if SL Aqua is toxic, what should I do with all the shrimp food I just bought?
All right, now here's the thing. I wouldn't say that it's toxic. I would just say that a little bit of it goes an extremely long way. And I think this food was crafted for their like breeders who are reproducing lots and lots of shrimp that have massive tanks and a lot of shrimp in those tanks. Very similar to Plamsky's food. I didn't think Plamsky's food was any good in that it was giving me the exact same results. And then when I saw his operation, it made sense because he crammed so many shrimp into such a small space, so much filtration, so much
heavily
overfeeding and water changes and everything like that to compromise that his food made sense after I saw his tanks. But I don't like to use his food for any of my tanks inside because rather than breeding for quantity, I'm breeding for quality and I'm breeding for different varieties, and I'm trying to keep my systems contained and not having pintos and blue steels fall into my Taiwan B tanks and stuff like that. So there's a lot of mineral content and a lot of vitamins packed into those foods that it's not advised to feed a lot of these foods. So you can, rotate them in with the foods that you already have. But I would feed, if you weigh it out, half as much food to your aquarium with the SL Aqua foods than if you were to use like Shrimp Envy Complete and stuff. And the shrimp will devour all of the other food, like the Shrimp Envy Complete with twice the amount of food, right?
I miss Crip doing those videos he was doing, like
the side by side
food,
foods. So
that would have been a good one to show like the differences on, what they prefer and what they go after. But Crip's got to work. It works a lot.
If Crip's not going to do that, maybe that's something we do in the future because we got no affiliation with anybody. We've got no contracts. It's easily something we could do, but we've got a couple of other things on our plate that we want to finish first.
Oinky said, have your fish or shrimp not liked food containing garlic?
Never had any issues with the Dr. Basilier's garlic food that we were feeding before we switched over to the garlic knots. Before I got the Dr. Basilier's food, Han Aquatics had his own garlic food, and I noticed that my shrimp always had poop hanging on to them when I'm taking pictures and whatnot. So I went back to a garlic food, and it would clear them out every now and then, and it wouldn't have that issue. And the Dr. Basilier's, it's just a real small granulated pellet. So it was very easy to overfeed or not feed the right amount. Very hard to see if they're eating it all, fall through the cracks and stuff like that. So I wanted a pelletized food that contained maybe not all garlic, but enough garlic that it cleaned out the shrimp and gave them a little boost to their immune system and stuff like that. But it hasn't been something that we've actively fed to any of our fish, though, if I'm being honest.
I fed it to my fish all the time.
Well, I don't have fish like that.
The Basilier's was mixed in with my
that's right.
regiment all the time, just because it's okay. Wolf Knight, what shrimp food would you recommend me to buy?
Well, 100%. If I had to recommend you to buy just one food, it would be the Shrimp Envy Complete. If you go to our website, though, Shelby was just talking about how we work with Shrimp Envy to come out with our own food, the garlic knots, but we also have the TGOE Shrimp Envy variety pack. So you get 10 grams of complete, 5 grams of garlic knots, 5 gram of shell, 5 gram of growth, and 5 gram of food fight. So you get a good variety. You can alternate through the other foods. Feed the Shrimp Envy Complete once a week, and you have a good little mix of different foods. Add in the SL Aqua foods. You'll have them for a very long time because a little bit of that's going to go a long way. But I always recommend the Shrimp Envy foods over any other food. There's been other foods that are just as good or have their own purpose. Like the man,
Mineral junkie.
no, the Cobalt shrimp food, right?
Oh yeah,
That-
I like the shrimp pellets. Those are good.
The Cobalt shrimp pellets. There's no shrimp in them. There's no shrimp on the container. Why is it a Cobalt shrimp food? I don't know. I haven't yet been able to talk to Les about this. I'm actually friends with a person that owns and started Cobalt. So the next time I'm at a show, I'll try this. But Shelby's coworker, and he's actually I shouldn't call him your coworker. I'm sorry, Kapil. That was such a dishonest to our friendship. A good friend of mine showed me, hey, dude, have you ever tried these? That a lot of the shrimp farms use this food to like lure out the food. So Shelby was using lure out the food. Oh my God, lure out the shrimp. So Shelby was using the Cobalt shrimp food to cull some of the neoponds outside. It's a cheaper food, but it still brings the food out. It might be full of feathers and other stuff that might not necessarily be great for consuming, but it still has its purpose, right? It still brings out the shrimp, just like that food that Shelby was talking about that smelled like baby vomit without the smell of baby vomit. So it might not be a food that I like to feed to my shrimp every single other week or every week or anything like that, but there are foods out there that definitely have their purpose. We absolutely love the shrimp dinner pads, very similar to the Plamsky food and the SL Aqua food. There's a lot of food in those pads. So we just use those pads for feeding the Neos outside, or for feeding like a tank like this where it's got a couple generations of shrimp, the next tank over where it's got a lot of shrimp. So I'm going to go move that.
I'll answer this while you're gone.
No, you saved. No, I'm just kidding.
How can I stop the Amano shrimp from stealing and hoarding the pellets from the Neos?
You get rid of the Amano shrimp. Stole it.
I'm gonna make sure to lock the house and like change all the locks the next time you walk out that door. So just get rid of the Amano shrimp. I'm just kidding. I love Amanos in their own way. They do suck for that. I do love the shrimp dinner pads because they are a heavier food, but honestly, Amanos will always steal the food. So I feed a little bit more when you have Amanos because they're always going to take those pellets and run. So you could do a mix of, I actually have my work sells shrimp pellets, like they're from Australia and stuff, and they're like little tiny cookies. And so I like those because I can put like a few in the tank and then like each shrimp takes them. So those are kind of cool. And you can buy them off of Amazon. They're real cheap, but like I wouldn't highly recommend them. Shrimp Envy, like it breaks apart enough. So if you were to like have Amanos, I would make sure you like break the Shrimp Envy like pellets in half, or like even an algae wafer, like cut it into like quarters, put an algae wafer for the amount of Amanos, and they'll go take their own and then feed the Neos. They'll come out for the rest of the food. But yeah, Amanos are like the biggest bullies. That's why I tell people all the time, like not to have Amanos when they're breeding Neos, just because of the food source and having issues with it. But yeah.
No, Shelby really did answer that one perfectly. The trick is you give each individual Amano shrimp their own name and you feed them and you go, here, Frank, here's your pellet. Here's your pellet. And here's your pellet. Now you leave the rest of them for the Neocaridina or whatever shrimp. Yeah.
Through that glass.
Today, I'm talking to like 3 Pure Red Line. And I'm like, you guys are going to Pennsylvania. And Shelby's looking at me. I'm like, wait, you don't talk to the shrimp? You gotta let them feel like they're going to a good place so they don't have travel stress. We go. That's why our shrimp can survive in the bags for 3 weeks. Is because I make sure they know they're going to a good place. All right. We're coming up. This is a Pure Red Line tank. I am about to go back to the Sherbert tank. We're gonna do this giveaway. How long is Shrimp Envy food good before I need to throw it away and buy a new bag? All right. Here is my little catch on expiration dates for shrimp food. It's not going in my mouth. All right. So I tend to just ignore the expiration dates on my shrimp food altogether. And I know, like, some of you are thinking, we have so many tanks, we have so much shrimp, there's no way any of our food would possibly ever expire. Well, I forget about bags of shrimp in the back of the cabinet. Shrimp food, bags of shrimp would be horrible. That would be a totally different situation. But bags of food in the back of the cabinet and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, this thing I got from the aquatic experience, which hasn't even been running for 5 years or whatever, right? So I still use that food. I don't let it go to waste. I hate wasting food, right? Period. So here's the thing, though. I might not feed it to my boas. I might not feed it to the galaxies and the orange-eyed project tanks and whatnot. But for sure, the Neos eat everything. If there's not copper in it and it doesn't smell foul and mold and whatnot, I am 100% going to feed it to my shrimp, my Neos, my crystals, and stuff like that. It's not really going to be an issue, especially the Shrimp Envy foods. Wouldn't be an issue. Now, we've had some foods that you go around and you feed into tanks and your hand might get wet and you put it back in your food and you might get a little moisture in there and it starts to clump up and it might turn a little foul, then I throw that away. But if the bag is good and there's nothing wrong with it at all other than the expiration date, I feed it to my shrimp, just not the top tier tanks. That's all.
Hi. Say hi.
Man, that's sad. I saw somebody's video the other day where they had like a binder of like 4 trading cards, but instead of the trading cards, it was their dried up fish.
Yeah,
and
all the time.
It's an idea, right? If you got a dried up shrimp and you love them, you could start a collection. I've thought about it. I also, you know what I want to do? I want to go around and I want to collect all of the Malaysian trumpet snails that are behind tanks and put them into a bare bottom tank and see how many of them come back to life. I think you'd be surprised with how many of them come back to life. You can't have this. I know you're scared of it now.
Going through all the emotions.
Our fish club will be having our holiday party this Saturday, and I'm thinking of bringing one of our ornaments for a giveaway that me and Shelby scaped. And we'll bring one to Pasco and one to Tampa. No, you don't like that idea, Myra? What's wrong?
I don't know. She's going through all these emotions for this tree over here.
You want to come hang out with Daddy? We need to catch up, and then I'll do the final update on the black.
Do you think you eventually transition to a warehouse? Hopefully.
Yeah.
We want to be able to be successful enough to be able to. We need a new property, warehouse, house all together. We're growing out of this one quite fast. These plants need new roots.
And it might not be like an industrial warehouse. It might be we get a property and we build a metal building and call it our warehouse kind of thing.
Want to talk?
Can you say hi?
Can you say hello? No. What do you want?
She wants to play with
Or
all the
something.
ornaments on the tree.
got a dead fish collection, even cast some in epoxy. That's crazy. All right, I gotta take her. So
Can you move it to the back to the sherbet tank? We'll talk about that, and I'll pull this giveaway.
yeah.
All right. If someone didn't have shrimps specific foods, would feeding everything they had for fish be okay for the long haul? I ran out of shrimp food and have been feeding a different fish food every day, all kinds. So here's my thing on fish foods, right? Flake, pellet, there's so many different variations of fish food. As long as there isn't copper in the actual ingredients list, I wouldn't be worried at all about feeding this to my shrimp. However, and he did say flake, pellet, wafers, etc. With wafers, it's a little bit easier because you can drop a piece in and you can see exactly how much flake food has been consumed, oh my god, how much of the wafer has been consumed, right? With flake food and pellets, sometimes they get taken to the back of the tank, they fall into little nooks and crannies, and you're not able to see if that food got eaten or not, and it makes it really hard for them to it's on the beam if you don't see that. It's really hard for them or for you to be able to remove all of that uneaten food. So if you're pretty good at feeding the right amount or staying up on top of testing your parameters and making sure your water doesn't get cloudy or dirty or full of nitrogen or anything like that, then 100% you can use flake food. You can feed your shrimp whatever. It doesn't matter if you're making them some of your dinner and a healthier version, hopefully, and feeding that. As long as you remove it out of the tank after 2 hours, it will be fine. It won't foul up the water. It takes about 2 hours to really do some damage. The quesadilla that my daughter threw in the tank, I mean, that was in there for a while before it deteriorated to a point where it made a problem, right? If I had found it in the first 2 hours, I probably could have gotten out of there and saved all of the shrimp. Maybe in cahoots with LRB. Man, I sent him a message on Thanksgiving telling him a happy holiday, and it's been a while since I've seen the guy. I told him we got to catch up, and he said for sure. I don't know if he's going to make it to the Christmas party, but Wesley's birthday is this month, so we'll probably go up there and see him for that. Then we got the MFG with the website up. Thank you so much. Also with the GoFundMe that we talked about earlier for Dr. Anthony and the Ornamental Fish Research Center. So check that out. Great points. I need to just order shrimp food and be responsible. Yeah, I personally don't like the fish foods because it takes away part of the fun for me. I enjoy feeding a pellet and watching all of the shrimp come out, swarm that pellet, being able to take a picture or a video or something like that. So definitely shrimp pellets give you that advantage. All right, so hashtag Layla. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask. Hashtag Layla, 20 entries. Good luck. And congratulations. Sleeper Barbecue Grills to Gills. So email us, let us know, and let us know what kind of painting you want Layla to go ahead and draw for you, and we'll get that, or she'll get that done as soon as she can. She is working on the cat one now. I apologize for asking ridiculous questions. No need to apologize. Is there any shrimp that you have kept that eat more than others? Amano shrimp for sure. We're definitely ones that ate more than other shrimp. But stardust, raccoons, and I would say the Stardust and the raccoons, definitely we feed them way more than we feed all the other shrimp in the house. They eat it all pretty dang quickly. Most of them are aggressive like mini Amanos and will steal an entire pellet all for themselves. So I would say those. All right, and he is right there. So congratulations. Let's remove this. Let's make this bigger. And it does seem like, and you know what the cool thing is about having this mic? I can talk and not have to be right here. So it doesn't look like there's too much of the Mandarin sherbet left in the tank. I am a little lazy, and I would prefer not to have to do a water change, but I do have that 2-hour rule into play, right? And it is weird that it's like completely translucent. So I am going to come in softly, swoop up some of this debris here that I can see, make sure I don't mess with any of the substrate. I don't see a lot. This little shrimp, this little guy has a little piece here. What's going to happen is I'm going to end up losing more than I actually have in my net here in a second. So I'll probably just grab this little piece, get it out of the tank. The last little piece is giving me an issue now. I already had you. Oh, man. Push that in there for me, buddy. Oh, my God. You just watched that shrimp do that for me. Everybody saw that. Clip it. It happened. So we'll get that out of the tank, wash the hose off. And, I mean, I have to give the sherbet, I would say, a 7.2 out of 10. I mean, there is some still left. It didn't foul up the water. It looks like the shrimp are still interested in eating the little bits that are still left behind. So I'd say not as good as the dragon fruit. I think the dragon fruit was completely consumed. But yeah, overall, Mandarin sherbet, that's a 0.2. So we'll just drop that back down right there. I'll get back to the computer. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap up tonight's live stream. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. As we go through and take care of more of the house, scrape more of the aquariums, like all of these ones are scraped and cleaned behind us, but it'd be very hard to film those while we do the live stream. Maybe next week we push everything forward and I'll have room to, like I do the maintenance on the live streams. But yeah, hopefully everybody enjoyed that, enjoyed the giveaways. Remember, next week we'll be doing our members giveaway, as well as a swag giveaway, as well as some TGOE gift cards. And it's up to Layla on whether or not she wants to do another original painting or not. But I don't want to get her too backed up. But if she can knock out 1 or 2 this week, and she should have time, we don't have really anything going on. We will be going to see Santa this Sunday. We've got the club swap or holiday club meeting on Saturday. So we won't be getting as many packages out as I'd like to on Saturday. Maybe not any at all. Shelby's got to make a pavlova. But yeah. So we got a question right here before the end of the stream. You remove the Amano shrimp from the Cory breeding tank, the fear of eating the eggs. Will the Neos eat the eggs too? I once upon a time, or maybe it was Shelby, one of us got our German blue rams to spawn, and the shrimp ended up eating the eggs out of that spawn. So I'm not sure if Cory eggs might be a little bit more durable or not as tasty, but I do know that shrimp are capable of eating eggs. they will, if they don't have enough food source, if they feel like they will benefit off of eating the eggs, they will walk up and snag on one of the eggs. So I have, though, seen some killifish breeders who used a single red cherry shrimp in their cup of eggs to hatch, and they only ate the fungus ones. But I was like, Vadim, I think they're eating more than that. But he's like, no, I watched, I make sure, and he's very diligent on checking the eggs every single day. So to each their own. I just would not recommend keeping Neos with egg-laying fish. Yeah, a turkey baster to remove the uneaten food is definitely what we recommend. I do not have one though. I usually just grab the siphon out and take out anything. But there really wasn't much pulp or anything left in the aquarium, so I might do a water change on them tomorrow just to be safe. I'll probably see if there's anything wrong going on at the tank first and make that decision. All right. I think that's everything. If somebody had another question or something, Zach says Neos won't eat Cory eggs. And Craig says I've seen shrimp eat eggs. So maybe not Cory eggs specifically. Maybe it also depends on the type of Cory cat too. So yeah. All right, guys. We that'll be it. And see you next week for more giveaways. I don't know what the exact date is or what everything's going on. I knew we were supposed to be hanging out with Tim Crypt Keeper this week also, and that's not happening. But we'll be planning that out for February, I think. So I'm not sure what next week's topic will be. Maybe it's just all giveaways. Not sure, but we'll see you guys then. Thank you, everyone.